All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm just Mopar Joe. Behind me, I've got the big block Mopar Speedmaster head. I'm gonna do a little bit of work to these heads and maybe we'll try them on something. Don't know yet. You gotta stay tuned. Anyway, let me show you what I've got planned for these. So here's our head casting, and it doesn't look bad. You'll notice, here's zoom out a little. I got all the valves out, all the springs off, keepers out. My main goal is to get these where they'll work on a low deck Mopar. Let me show you why that might be a problem. So here's an example. Intake side, exhaust side. The intake side, they give you a little cutout here, but they're not all cut out. Let me show you the one right beside it. See how that wall's left right there? This push rod is actually at somewhat of an angle because these take an offset rocker arm. I've got Harlan Sharp rocker arms, and I think that's what a lot of people like to run with these heads. But this has got to be cut out for that rocker arm, or excuse me, got to be cut out for the push rod to clear. So I'm probably not going to do a lot of port work to these. I'd like to. One, I'm replacing all the hardware, valves, everything you can imagine in them, and then put my new springs on and trying them on something. But right now the push rods are rubbing so badly that that can't work. Here's a very crudely cut one that I got for a template the other day. And you can see it's kind of boogered up and whatever. That was not my most favorite burr bit that I own. I didn't even have that one. I won't tell you where I did that at. But that one clears now. So I just need to make the others like that. I'll also need to do a little bit on the exhaust side as well because that push rod was leaning and just barely rubbing. So I'll open those up, top and bottom, and then drastically open up the intake side, and we'll be in business. Also, you'll notice my fancy new headstand from Goodson. That is a Goodson part number HH450. Cylinder head work stands. Fairly simple design. I don't think you could mess it up. I won't be able to hurt it in my lifetime, so it should last me forever. And I'm really glad I've got it now instead of using 2x4s and pieces of rubber block and whatever else. Much easier having something nice to work with here. So kudos to Goodson. Let's see how it works today. So this is just kind of a roughing burr. Every so often I got some WD-40 I can spray in there. Some people like actual bar and chain oil. I've heard of that. Working well. Transmission fluid. Just a little bit of lube will go a long way in this situation. So I got my rough end done, and they are pretty ugly, you'd call that. Check this bit out. I believe I got that one from Killer Carbide, and all I'm gonna do is just run around, kind of get my hole a little bit more concentric, whatever you want to call that, and make it a little nicer, step two. My last step for these jewels, so that people don't think I'm a hack if they ever own these heads after me. I got my little cartridge roll with a 120 on there, and all I'm doing is just making it smooth and pretty. Shouldn't take but just a second per hole. And then I can move on and do the fun part. Smooth as butter there. Let's try that one. So flipped over here inside of our port. There's quite a bit of lip right there. If you watch it, let me use this end. So all I'm really going to do is just blend those ugly little lips out. I don't have a flow bench, so a lot of what I'm doing is just guessing, but I would guess that air does not like to hit the back of a seat and then tumble out around a valve. There's also one that way. Let me show you. Right there. Some are more pronounced than others, but I'm just going to clear that out just a little bit, and the world will be a better place, I think. There's my little spiral bit. I like it pretty well. It doesn't remove as much, and then I'll go back to making it pretty. So let me show you one port. Hopefully you can somewhat see in that port. I just did a little cleanup with the flap disc, and if you keep the right angle, you can actually do a little seat blending. I don't know if I'll be able to show you in this video or not. David Vizard gave me this idea. And you can even cut you a little larger one that has some slots in it, and just get in there and stay off the seats and all that jazz, but it kind of smooths out your port work real quick, and you can move on. I couldn't stand it on the exhaust. I just went ahead and blended in the weird corner some. It probably doesn't mean anything, probably won't do anything, but at least I feel better about it. I do a lot of feel-good porting here on the channel because I don't have a flow bench. I flap disc that one at the end. See, I just went a little crazy in the exhaust, but I just mostly tried to blend bowls real quick. These are $900 heads for the pair. I'm throwing away all the hardware that they came with and replacing it with new stuff. So that'll be coming up soon. My new valve job going on. I can share with you the valves that I'm using in this if you want to buy heads and do this yourself, after I'm sure that these work out for me. I don't want to tout how wonderful they are and they not be so wonderful. There's my push rod clearances, plenty big. I got to get these blown off, cleaned off, and loaded up. So thank y'all for watching. A little more Speedmaster stuff going on here. Here's a little different angle from this way. I just kind of did a little blending. It's not really anything. I feel better about it. Got a lot of the rough casting flash out. I didn't open up anything too crazily. And I think I finished that with 80 grit, so it's still plenty rough. It's nothing smooth about it. But there it is. All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm just Mopar Joe.